You gotta keep on breathing if you wanna make sense of it all. We will not fall.
Take a nice, comfortable seat for yourself, and let us bring our awareness into our Hara energy, the sea of chi here, the Hara. So taking hold of the abdomen, one hand above the other. Relax the shoulders, lengthening the spine, dropping the hips and legs, relaxing down in towards the earth. And you can close the eyes, or you can take a soft gaze here, relaxing through the facial expression and just letting go of any thoughts of the morning and the rest of the day to come. But almost cradling your own core, your own energy center, your powerhouse. And this will be a core-centric practice. But when we talk about the core, we don't just mean the abdominals, we mean the sides of the body. We also mean the back of the body, the muscles that surround the spine, and the psoas that drop down, wrapping themselves around from the spine down into the hip flexors. So there's a slight engagement of the abdominals here. We're going to start to gently pull the navel back. And you start to feel the abdominals contracting just a little bit. And still finding that steady and easy and comfortable breath. That's the important part. So sit nice and tall, relaxed yet firm. And invite our intention for practice. I am confident and strong. I overcome fear and challenge with a calm head and a warm heart. And believe that statement to be true about yourself in this present moment. Believe in your confidence and your inner strength, as well as your physical strength. But throughout this practice, we will work on finding strength in mind and body. Introduce Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is that slight restriction just at the back of the windpipe. It's an audible sound. Sounds a little bit like you are Darth Vader, or you are misting up a mirror. So slightly restrict the windpipe, still breathing in and out of the nose. Hear the breath as it comes in. Let the breath roll out. And feel as you breathe in the expansiveness of the sides of your body, the rib cage, the waist, the abdomen. Steady inhales and exhales. Nice and slowly release the hands from the abdomen, take them to the knees. Relax the hands face up, relax the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. And drop the chin towards the chest, release the Ujjayi breath, just breathe normally. Take a moment to connect head to heart to energy center. This column of light that anchors us to the core of the earth and connects us with our source. Breathing in, lifting the head up and taking the gaze up towards the sky. Imagine visualizing a bright blue sky, bright sunlight. Bring yourself back into center, lift the arms up above the head and take hold of one of the wrists and just reach up and stretch out the side body. So pull the hip down and lift the wrist up and over. Breathe into center, change sides, take hold of the opposite wrist, lift up and over. You're still lifting into the compressed side as well as the lengthened side. Relax the shoulders. Good. Don't forget the breath. And breathe into center. The hands come gently to behind you and to the knee, opening up into a gentle rotation. Breathing in through the spine to lengthen. Breathing out, deepening the rotation as much as is comfortable as we warm up. Bring yourself back into the center. Take it over to the other side. Again, just being aware of the abdomen, lightly pulling in. Breathing in to center and just lifting the knees up. Placing the soles of the feet out in front of you. And just giving yourself a little bit of a release through the spine here. So trying to reach the hands forward as much as is comfortable. The forearms come down along the shins. Maybe the armpits rest into the knees. Drop the head between the knees. And again, just gently pull the navel back towards the spine, rounding through the lower back, rounding through the middle back, and rounding through the upper back and shoulders as you let the chin drop down towards the chest. Give the head a little shake, yes and no. Roll up through the spine. And if you have a block handy, let's use our block here. So placing a block in between the knees. I'm going to squeeze those knees together. Sitting nice and tall, we're going to start to take a nice slow roll down. So the belly drops back and we round through the spine, dropping shoulders. And you can only come as far as is comfortable for you. Maybe the head goes all the way back down to the mat because yes, we have to roll back up. So start to really use the abdominals, front, back and side to bring you up. Push into the feet, squeeze the inner thighs together, and slow roll back down. Inhaling as you come up to seated, exhaling as you roll back down. Last time, let's stay down. Squeeze the block between the thighs and open the arms up into cactus. Spread the shoulder blades out. Backs of the hands come down to the floor. And then keeping the block where it is, lengthen the legs away. Squeeze the inner thighs. Reach the legs long. And draw the navel back into the lower back to slightly prevent this natural lordosis and arching of the spine. So it's like you want to pull the lower back down and towards the mat. We're in an energized position here. And then nice and slowly, draw the knees in, take the block away, and roll and massage out a little bit through the spine. So you start to feel the backs of the body, the sides of the waist as you massage, getting bigger with those circles one way and the other. And each time the thighs come in towards the belly, you notice this light compression in towards the abdomen and the digestive system. So it really helps when you come to any movement practice not to have eaten for at least an hour and a half before, so that you can really get into the movements. Let's draw the knees in towards the chest as close as you can, relaxing the head back, neck as long, spine is fully on the mat as you pull the tailbone down. So you're pulling the thighs in towards the chest. There's this mild compression into the abdomen here. Breathe deep into the digestive organs. And then slowly release and take the arms back into cactus and keep the knees up into the air there. Relax through the feet and just gently roll the knees right and left. So maybe the knees come down or maybe the feet come down, but try to keep both shoulders connected. If you like to introduce the head of the neck, head looks left, knees go right. Breathing in, come into center, head goes right, legs go left. Slow, controlled movements with the breath. And last time, we're going to stay and hold on the right side. So knees drop down as much as they allow. Try to keep the knees together if you can. Keep pulling down the left shoulder, left elbow. Looking towards the left if it's comfortable to do so. Breathing into the spinal rotation. Breathing into the organs. And then breathe in, come back into center. Exhale over to the left. Breathe into center and take the hands behind the back of the head. Place the soles of the feet down. This is just a little tiny sit-up. So it's really just the upper body lifting. So looking between the knees, elbows are out to the sides. So lifting up, sucking navel to spine, spine to mat. Let's do 10 of these, exhaling on the effort. Number 4. Number 5. 6. 7, and rather feel that you've got a crunch. Kind of think about the abdominals lengthening even. And last one, come up and stay. Open the elbows. Look between the knees. Draw navel back to spine. And then release the hands by the thighs. Reach the fingers away. You're going to lift up just a little bit more. And lower it down. Good. Extend the legs. Take a moment to just rest there. Soften everything out. Draw the knees in and let's come up into a snail or a variation that's comfortable to you. So giving yourself a little bit of a lift. You might take the hands behind the back and the knees drop down to the forehead. Feet go up towards the sky. So again, drop the knees as much as you can here, support the spine. We're going to roll through the spine up into half boat 3 times and hold. Roll down through the spine, lift up into half boat. Good, roll down through the spine, up into snail, knees come to forehead. Roll through each vertebra into half boat. Roll back to snail. This is your last one. Coming up, staying and holding. Reach fingers, toes away, lift the chest, lift the gaze. And let's release the feet. Swing those legs back behind us and come into tabletop and just do a few rounds of cat and cow, being aware of your core, dropping belly, arching through the spine, rounding spine, pulling belly to lower back. Introducing Ujjayi breath whenever you wish. Remember to be strong in mind and body. And releasing back into an active child's pose. Feet, knees come together, relaxing hips back, reaching fingertips forward, up onto the fingertips, lengthening the arms away, and the head just rests down between the biceps. Notice here the compression of the belly down to the thighs, just as we did in our knees to chest. Notice the breath might feel a little bit more restrictive, but try to deepen and slow that breath as much as you can. Twisted child's pose to the right. So left hand comes over right to the right side of your mat. Exhale over. We want to pull the left shoulder down, left hip to left heel. Getting that belly all the way over to the right thigh. Walk the hands back through center. Lift up a little as you do so to the other side. Right hand crosses over left. Pull down right shoulder, right hip to heel. Breathe in, come back into center. Lengthen up into your tabletop once more. Few little press ups here. So bending the elbows, maybe you just bring the chin down or the nose. So try to bend the elbows in close towards the body rather than out to the sides. Just 5 little press ups here. We're kneeling press ups. And on the last time, we simply come all the way down to the mat and bring the head to the back of the hands as you sway out through the hips. Release the feet just a little bit wider than hip width. Hands come to the top of your mat. We're going to lift up into our seal pose. Keep the pubic bone grounded. And if you can, try and straighten the arms as much as is comfortable for the spine. Looking forward, keeping the ears away from the neck. And then bend at the elbows and roll down. Lift up once more. Stay and hold. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the sides of the body, front and back of the body. And this is where we gently transfer to our side. So coming onto our left side for a left side plank with the forearm down. Lifting up through the left rib cage. We're going to bring the right foot in front of us. We're going to push through the right foot, push through the left, lifting up the hips, lifting up the arm and lower hip. Lift up, sweep the arm up and over the head if it feels good, touching the mat in front of your head, lowering the hip down. Good, lifting up, sweeping arm up and over. Pushing through that left forearm. Good. Last time. Coming up and staying. Good. Pushing into the right foot. Lifting hip. Nice and slowly. Transitioning. And come to the other side. Right forearm goes down. Left foot comes in front. Flexing right ankle so that you're up on that foot. Up on the outer foot, lifting up the arm, sweeping it over, big side stretch, and dropping hip, releasing, hand back to thigh. Two more times. The last time we come up and stay. Remember to push that left knee out. Ground through the left foot, lift the hip, reach the fingers a little further, Push through the forearm, nice and slowly, lower the hip, lower the hand, come back down onto your belly and just gently sway out there. Release the hands back behind you, interlace the fingers and lift up in through our half locust. So the feet are pressing down and you press the knuckles back towards the heels. Stay and hold and find Ujjayi breath. Feel the abdomen pulsing. Press the knuckles back a little more, lift the chest a little more, slowly lower down, relax the hands by the hips and take the ear to the mat. Feel that sea of energy, the Hara, really firing up. Nice and slowly push yourself back through tabletop. Round out through the spine. And let's tuck the toes, coming into a downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the feet, releasing a heel at a time. Get into the toes, get into the feet, the ankles, and introducing gentle twists, looking underneath the armpit. Right and left. When you're ready to do so, separate those feet if they aren't already hip width and release both heels down. Relax the head and the neck, the ears are between the biceps, pressing chest back towards the thighs, lifting up through the abdomen. Take the focus up towards the knees and even up towards the abdomen. So it doesn't mean that you need to tilt your chin to chest. Just find that gaze going up towards the knees rather than the back of your mat. Navel is engaged, starting to walk the hands back towards the feet at the back of the mat. Place the feet down. Exhale. Belly comes all the way down over the thighs, letting yourself relax into this loose forward bend. Take hold of the elbows, sway from side to side. And then coming into a dangle. So starting to keep the belly and the chest over the thighs, lifting up through the knees, lifting up through the sit bones, keeping the weight into the front of the feet as much as you can. And only straighten those legs as much as comfortable is for you, as hamstrings and back allows, but really give into the gravity of this dangle and this forward fold. Nice and slowly, bend the knees and heel toe the feet out to the sides, coming into Malasana squat, turning the toes outwards, heels come forward and dropping hips down. Give yourself a little bit of a wiggle room left and right as you bring the hands in towards the heart center, knees go to the elbows. And draw in here the pelvic floor. So suck up your Mula Bandha and draw in your Uddiyana Bandha, your abdominal seal. Those two energetic seals prevent the loss of energy down towards the earth. You are storing that energy in the sea of chi, the Hara. And release the hands. Lift the hips, heel toe the feet into parallel. Walk the hands all the way out into a plank. So you find your high plank or a kneeling plank, of course. Choose your option there. Make sure the hips are in line with the shoulders and the heels. And from here, we just stay and hold and breathe 5 breaths, 5 long, slow breaths, pushing through the palms. Crown of the head reaches forward. You're gazing at the front of your mat. And then slowly lower the knees. This is your press up, keeping the toes tucked. So dropping chin down to the chest and down to the mat. And release all the way into prone. Breathe in, roll the shoulders away, come up into cobra. And exhale, take it back into downward facing dog. Looking forward to the front of your mat, either stepping or hopping. And you can do 1 or 2 or 3 hops. And lifting the arms forward, come up into chair pose. Arms might be in line with the shoulders here, or arms in line with biceps. And chair pose, press through the feet, lift the arms up towards the sky, and release the hands down by the side of the body. Take a moment to just stand, breathing here, doing great, hopefully starting to get a little bit fired up, warmed up. Let's go through a Surya Namaskar B, sun salutation, right and left. We'll take this nice and slowly. This is chair pose and warrior 1. So, breathing in and out to start. And exhaling, bending into the knees, reaching the arms away into chair. Staying and holding, drawing navel in towards the spine. Exhale, drop and release into your fold. Inhale into your half lift, lengthen the spine away, and step or hop back into your plank. Kneeling or high, lower the knees, ground position, chest and chin come down in that press up. All the way to the mat, roll up into cobra or upward facing dog if you chose a chaturanga there. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Right leg steps towards the hands, place the back foot into warrior 1. Lifting the arms up, bending into the front knee, sinking hips towards the mat. Release the hands, turn on the back foot, step back into plank. Lowering knees, chest chin once more in that press up. Inhaling into your cobra. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, warrior 1. Planting the back foot, lifting the arms up. Reach fingers to sky as you drop hips and ground through the legs, root to rise. Reach long as you turn on the back toes. Step left to meet right into plank. Lowering knees, press up once more or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, either tabletop child's pose, to breathe. Pausing to find inner strength of mind and body, looking forward, either stepping or hopping to the front of your mat. Inhale into your half lift straight away there. Exhale, release into the fold. And inhale into chair. Pressing through the feet, lifting the arms up. And exhale. Hands come down by the side of the body. Taking a moment just to breathe. Heart rate may have increased, most likely. And allow your breath to settle. Let's come into just a little baby slow flow. It's going to be full of some twists. So, releasing into chair. Finding this posture. Hands come in towards the heart center, into prayer. Take the left elbow to the right knee, twisted chair pose. Drop the sit bones back, rotate the spine, and twist towards the right thigh. From here, with control, you're going to need a little bit of strength, shifting the weight into the right foot, step back with the left leg. Find your twisted lunge. You can always drop that left knee down here. Rotate. Got right frog in my throat today. Sorry for coughing, clearing my throat. And release the left hand down to the mat. It comes on the inside of the right foot. As you come into your twisted lunge, you lift the right arm up towards the sky. Again, these can be kneeling lunges. You can drop the back knee down. Good. Nice and slowly release the arms forward and step it all the way back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. So it's just a 3 posture flow. Looking forward, stepping or hopping to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release and fold. Let's come straight into the left side. From here, inhale into your chair. Exhale as you sit down. Hands come into the heart center. Twisted chair, right elbow to left knee. Open the body up to the side. Make sure those knees are nice and parallel. From here, shift the weight into the left leg. Slide the right leg back into your twisted lunge. Twisted prayer lunge. Hold and breathe. Release the right hand down on the inside of the left foot. Lifting up left arm. Nice and slowly, hands come down to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe. Now let's take a moment's rest in a child's pose, lowering the knees down, making sure that the feet, knees are together, hands come back behind you, and they might just rest on the back of your sacrum here. So you just clasp the hands behind the back. Starting to roll up through the spine, coming into a high kneel at the back of your mat. This is where we just do a preparation for side crow. We don't have to go into side crow unless it's within your practice, of course. So coming up onto the toes, toe tucked kneel. So we release the right hand back behind us. We lift up the left arm and we give ourselves a big stretch back here. So you can send the knees a little bit forward and open up the chest. That left elbow comes down to connect with your right knee. That's it. Now your back hand, your right elbow connects with your right hip. The hands come down to the mat and you start to fold yourself over your hands. So bringing the chest over towards the preparation for a side crow. Keep those elbows as connected as you can to the leg. Squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the knees together. Nice and slowly bring yourself back to that high kneel balance. Let's change sides. Left arm goes behind you, right arm reaches up, stretching the side body, sending the knees forward. Right elbow to left knee. Left elbow to left hip. Squeeze those elbow joints in towards the leg. Rock yourself over to the side. Squeeze the knees together. Just look down at the floor. If you're going into your side crow from here, of course, you're in the balance. You don't have to. Nice and slowly, bring yourself back and release into a fold. Take the feet nice and wide. Exhale, get the belly free of the thighs. And roll up through the spine. Our standing balance today will be a triangle. So right leg goes out in front. Left leg is at the back. Inhale, arms up. We're going to draw the inner thighs together. Make sure the abdomen is nice and strong, front, back, and sides. We reach over and come down into triangle. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths, so really trying to work and find the strength in the posture. Breathing in and out. Changing gaze. If it needs to be down at the foot, that's okay. If it's straight ahead, or for more challenge in the balance, up towards the top hand. Good. Reaching fingers up and down, expansive across the arms and chest. Nice and slowly press through the feet. Use the sides of the body to bring you up to stand. Turn the front toe in. Turn the left toe out. Let's go other side. Reach out and over the leg. Lifting up the top arm again, just starting to feel the posture on the opposite side. Try not to collapse through the right chest and shoulder here. Keep that nice and open. And we're not using the shin to support the hand. The hand is just resting on the inner calf or the inner thigh. Changing the gaze for any challenge you like to add. Looking up towards the hand is going to be more challenging for the balance. Using the entire core body to support you here in this Trikonasana. Pressing through the feet, lifting yourself up. Turn the toes in. And this is where we simply use heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Bring yourself back into Tadasana. Take a moment to just stand on both feet. And let's release out of our twist by sweeping the arms round the waist. So let us come down onto our mats. If you're feeling a bit chilly, pop something warm on. But let's come to seated. And lifting up the arms, reaching up and over towards the feet, coming into your seated forward fold. Try and get the belly free of the thigh, get the flesh free of the sit bones. Exhale, relax down. Navel still pulling back towards the lower spine pulling back to the back of the mat. Relax the head and the neck, soften through the shoulders. Lift up a little more, lengthen spine to give you more space. Exhale, take a deeper release as you breathe out. Nice and slowly rolling up through the spine. We're going to bring the right leg with us. Take it over for your Ardha Matsyendrasana twist. So either that left leg stays extended, or you can simply wrap it around behind you, as long as both sit bones start to come down onto the mat. We're going to take a twist towards the right thigh, opening up the chest to the side of the mat, relaxing shoulders, feeling comfortable in this rotation. Done a bit of rotation through the twisted chair, twisted lunges today. Relaxing into the face, the neck. Starting to slow down our practice. Still very much aware of our Hara energy in the solar plexus and Manipura. Bring yourself back into the center. This is where we continue to go all the way around. So the hands go behind you, the feet untangle themselves. You face the back of the mat and you turn all the way back around to face the front of the mat with your left leg in front. You can extend the leg or you can wrap it underneath, coming into the twist on the opposite side. Again, relax the shoulders, but keep the spine nice and long. Get the belly free of the thigh. Breathing in to lengthen, breathing out to deepen rotation. And breathe in. Bring yourself back into center. Let the legs go out in front of you. And just windscreen wiper, knees left and right. Then we can introduce a twist here. So twisting round, bringing yourself center, dropping knees, twisting to the opposite side. Let's do that once more. That feels quite nice. So it's an upright deer. And let's bring ourselves down onto the mat, on our backs, super slow, roll down, drawing navel in towards the spine, spine in towards the mat. When you get there, draw the knees in towards the chest and gently circle the knees around one way and the other. Come into our reclined shoelace pose, crossing right thigh over the left, taking hold of both of the feet. If you can't quite meet the feet, have a strap and place that over the shins and hold on to the ends of the strap here. So you're basically trying to pull the knees and the thighs as close to the body as you can. Aim those knees to come towards your chin. Relaxing the spine down, relaxing the neck down. Nice and slowly release the hands, release the legs, untangle the shoelace, and let yourself come into constructive rest to rest the knees together. Take a moment to release the pressure off of the belly. Left thigh crosses right. Squeeze the thighs together as you draw the knees in towards the chest. Widen out those feet. See if you can take hold of the shins, calves, or toes. And if you're not using the hands, use a strap. So really try and get the thighs compressing down onto the abdomen, but directing them up towards the chest and the chin. Relax through any tightness and tension you might be feeling in that outer hip. Slow, deep breaths. Release the hands, untangle your shoelace, take a constructive rest once more. Drop the knees together. Heel toe the feet in towards one another and gently open out the knees to the side. Bring both hands now down onto the lower and the higher abdomen. So you'll start to feel one hand underneath the rib cage, which is where the diaphragm is, and the right hand is just on the lower abdomen here. So breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the breath rise on your inhale and lower on your exhale. Powerful belly breaths. Really feeling that you have done your best work today using your own inner strength, confidence, boosting energy levels. And really feeding and nourishing all of the digestive organs. The intestines, the stomach, the bladder, the kidneys, the liver, spleen, the gallbladder. Send the energy to all of those areas now. Release from the breath, release the hands to the thighs, lift the knees together and draw the knees in as you take one last roll and massage out through the spine. And gently circling the knees and coming into your final relaxation of Shavasana. Lying down on your back, making sure that you're warm. You've probably created quite a bit of heat through the practice today, so important not to get cold now. Arms are out to the side, using props as you need to. And allowing your strength to still be here with you, as even you're just lying down, doing nothing. The mind is present. Allow everything to just soften and relax. Taking a deeper breath in and a slow, deep breath out as you bring your awareness back into your room, back onto the mat and back into the body by bringing some movement to the hands and to the feet. Bringing the legs together, lifting the arms up above the head, interlace the fingers, give yourself a big stretch. Sides of the body stretch, draw the navel in towards the spine, spine in towards the mat. And then release the hands down by the side as you draw the knees in. Give the belly a little bit of freedom here as the knees go a little bit wider and just rock and roll left and right, feeling those back muscles on the mat. Roll to the right side and gently press yourself up. Return to a comfortable seat. Sit nice and tall. Take a moment to bring the hands in towards the heart center and just drop the chin down towards the chest. Again, this head to heart to core alignment. The Hara energy, the sea of chi. A column of light that anchors us to the core of the earth and connects us with our source. Reminding ourselves of our intention today. I am confident and strong. I overcome fear and challenge with a calm head and a warm heart. Always thank yourself for your energy and your practice, and I thank you